Hey, guess what time it is? You nailed it. B-Man Space Golf YouTube channel. Now even found on Facebook. Just click. Watch all the previous episodes so you can catch up to where we are. Alright, from the ground up, we were in the hands and the palm and how your fingers rotate and the palm meat of your hand sits on top of a club. That was just last week. Now we're moving up to where it really matters and where it counts. Let me ask you something. Are you a bit of a slouch? Do you have bad posture? Do you even care how you look when you stand? Well, you should in golf, because it's all about the posture. I'm going to show you in this episode what I mean by all about posture. If your posture is just slightly off in golf, you'll be swinging and throwing and hacking from the top, and you'll never really become better at learning how to play this game. Remember, we're taking baby steps here. Real baby steps of just a particular technique that you can practice on your own. 30 minutes a day, you're practicing these simple to use techniques. Once you get it down and you feel confident, you want to get better, go see a PGA professional. Don't let your friends try to correct your game. You're not that good. Unless you're lucky enough to have a friend who is a PGA professional, you might get somewhere. Also, as usual, I seem to always find some very interesting characters that want to talk to you. I think their conversations are so true, so spot on. You're going to identify with somebody at some point in time during B-Man's podcast, I guarantee you. Now, what did you shoot today? Really? Was it your best? Or was it like all the rest? That's what happens when you don't practice your technique. You have to practice your techniques. Everybody does. Your favorite sports athlete, bowler, baseball player, hockey player, you see them on the ice hitting slaps, you just see them practicing a particular technique. So tonight, we're going to go with posture, and we're going to see if we can help you align yourself to have great posture. As we just finished the balance, if you don't have good posture, you can forget about your balance. So we're going to tie those two together. We just did balance. This is the follow-up to the balance. This is called posture. And then I want you to listen to the two fantastic characters that have decided to come on this show to help you people out. Fair enough? All right, back at you in a few. This is your posture technique. Notice I'm standing here with a basketball as if I'm going to try to shoot a free throw. Yeah, this is very important in your posture. Just like you're shooting a free throw like this, and that little move right there when you get to the apex of a free throw. Let me do it again. Right here, just before you actually release the ball. I'm going to do this to show you that the knees have to bend at the waist, push your rump, and your arms will hang freely down in front of you, just like I'm demonstrating. Knees stay bent throughout the swing. Remember, these are techniques that you're practicing to get better. This technique, the posture technique, as I'm moving with this basketball, is very important to a golf swing. Here I'm going to do it again. I'm going to do the slight knee bend, tilt at the waist, push my rump up. Arms are hanging down in a golf position. This is a golf position. You need good golf posture to hit a good golf shot. Without posture, without being able to get your body in a right position, which you really need to practice, it'll be almost unbearable to hit a golf ball. You won't enjoy it. I guarantee it without good posture. Again, the knees are bent at the waist, just like I'm shooting a free throw, just like that, right before I let it go. Your arms hang down. This is a very, very good technique that you want to practice. Just look at me do the posture. The other thing I want to show you is your belt loop, where your pants are, and the brim of your hat. They both should be pretty much at the same angle. Not too far up, no. You shouldn't be looking too far down, no. So you want to use that cap as a measurement on the same angle of your cap, and brim should be the same angle as your belt. Pretty close, pretty close. You're not going to be exactly, but this will keep your head in the right position where you can keep your chin up and rotate like I'm rotating with knees bent just like this. It's a good golf posture technique. I want you to practice this. This is the beginning of your golf game. Now, you may even want to practice some free throws. Good afternoon, sports fans. B-Man Space Golf, the YouTube station, you know it by now. I am sitting on the patio ready to interview one of the Osprey's most unique individuals, Ray Mendel. Mr. Mendel, how are you today, sir?
I'm doing great.
All right. Most of our people that listen always seem to want to know when people started golf. How old was Ray when he started golf?
Started playing seriously when I was about 12.
And you played all these years?
Yeah, pretty much.
All right. And what motivates you, what keeps you playing golf today?
Well, it's just a game you can never beat. So you just have to keep trying, and the social aspects of the golf game are important to me too.
All right. And what has golf in all these years, from 12 to now, meant to Ray? What has golf meant to you all these years?
Well, it's given me something to do. I've met a lot of friends over the years that I still maintain my friendship with, and I just enjoy the social aspects as well as the physical aspects.
All right. And if you had to give golfers a tip from Ray, beginners, intermediate, even advanced, what tip would Ray give golfers?
It's got to be keeping your head still. You don't do that, doesn't matter what else you do, it's not going to work.
Not going to work. Spoken from a true trooper. He's very dedicated and serious. Ray, we want to thank you for your time. And absolutely, people, listen to these older golfers' responses, because you're going to enjoy them, I guarantee you. Till next time. Good afternoon, sports fans. B-Man Space Golf. You know the location in YouTube. I'm happy to be sitting out here with an opportunity to interview Mr. Phil Weck. I think what he has to say about golf will be interesting to you. Let's ask him the first question. Phil, how old were you when you first started playing golf?
Oh, goodness. I was probably in my mid-40s, and I hadn't really played any golf as a kid, and my father-in-law sent me a whole set of matched clubs. They were living here in Dunedin, and he had about 5 sets in the house, and my mother-in-law made him get rid of one, so he didn't know what else to do with it, so he sent it to me, and I had to learn how to use the clubs.
And you're still playing golf today. What motivates you to keep playing now?
Oh, I enjoy the game. For me, it's a game, it's a mental game as well as a physical game, and the camaraderie. I mean, the guys that we play with here at Dunedin, as you know, are a bunch of good guys. I mean, they get on me all the time because of how I play and how I look, but that's all right, I don't mind.
So what has all these years has golf meant to Philip? What has golf meant to you?
Oh, I think for me it's the challenge of the game. Like I said earlier, you have to think about what you're doing, you have to be able to execute. I like walking courses because I like, the physical fitness aspect of the game. And so I think those, and combined with the fact of, friendship and now that my wife has taken up the game the last few years, we play golf together and spend a lot of time together now that I'm retired.
Good deal. Now, if Philip had to give a tip to the average golfer, a beginner golfer, an intermediate type golfer, what tip would Philip give to golfers?
Number one tip, take lessons. The average golfer thinks they want to spend all this money on new clubs and everything else, but the money is far better spent taking lessons from a true golf professional. I finally figured that out just last year, and while they may be a little on the expensive side, they're worth every bit of them.
Wow. Now you heard it from the man himself, Philip Weck, and this guy can play golf. Don't let him fool you. Pretty man, cutie pootie, we call him, and he is a lot of fun to play with. Philip, we thank you so much for being on the show today. Thank you, partner.
All right.
Okay, so how was that? Did you learn anything? Well, you got to work on your balance. There's another technique for you to practice. I think if you just keep practicing it, you're going to get a lot better. That is the design and the idea of this particular podcast show from B-Man. He wants you to be a better golfer. The only way to do that is to give you a few techniques that you can practice, you can work with at home, in your backyard, anytime, even on your break. Yes, you can. So, Like B-Man always says, until next time, putt 'em like you own 'em and rock the baby.